today's video, I'm going to give you an update on the Phoenix market. We're going to talk about what cities are the strongest and what cities were the strongest over the whole year. Stick around to the end of the video to find out which city is #1 in the greater Phoenix market. So let's dig right into the information. I want to share some information from the Cromford report. They track all of our data in sales, supply, and all those things for the Phoenix real estate market. Remember, when we look at these charts, that annual data is not an accurate indicator of current market conditions because it happened over a longer period of time. When we're looking at the markets, we want to look at the monthly changes to see what's really happening with the data. Ultimately, it all comes down to supply and demand. If there's more supply than there is demand, prices come down. If there's greater demand than there is supply, prices go up or hold steady. When the interest rates first started to go up substantially, the market was shocked. The market took a step back. Things slowed down quite a bit. And then we had the holiday season toward the end of last year. Now things are starting to pick back up again as we're seeing that rates are dropping down. People that have been on the sidelines are understanding that rates are probably going to be higher moving forward, and they're making a move. Many of the people that are getting loans right now are asking for the sellers to buy down the rates to make the loans more attractive, and also the discounting that's happening with some of the properties. The other thing that is happening in the market right now is buyers are being pickier on the home inspections. They're even walking away from transactions during the home inspection if the sellers are not being flexible or working with the buyers. So let's dig into all the information. So the one chart that everybody likes to look at is list price to sales price. It gives you an indication of what's happening. Are people getting big discounts on the homes? And we're going to look at it based on price per square foot on the properties right now. And this is the entire valley. So right now, the average list price per square foot is $289.92 throughout the valley. That includes all property types. Now, if we take out condos and just look at single family homes, that data will change, and let's do that right now. So you're seeing that the sales are approximately 97% of asking price. That does not take into account that the sellers are possibly contributing to the buyer's closing costs and or loan costs, and it doesn't show anything pertaining to the fact that they may be giving money back for repairs and or spending money on repairs. The next thing we want to look at in this chart, if we wanted to get more specific, if you called me up and said, hey, I just want to know about a particular city, not all cities are going to be the same. So I can go in here and I can just take out all of them and put in, for an example, Paradise Valley. The list price per square foot is coming in around $783 per square foot, and the actual sales price is $728 per square foot. And that comes down to around 92% of asking price. So as we go up in purchase price, there's a good chance that we're going to see a bigger discount on the property. Again, if anybody wanted me to do a chart for a particular city, they can reach out to us and we can email them over some of the information. The next chart I want to look at is year-over-year annual appreciation, and the #1 city for the year was Paradise Valley. Next was Scottsdale, followed by Carefree, Fountain Hills, and that's based on, again, price per square foot. So last year Paradise Valley was coming in around $600 per square foot, and this year, as of March, it was coming in at $728 per square foot. Scottsdale was at $403, and then it jumped up to $481. You can see the percentage changes. Paradise Valley went up 21%, Scottsdale 19%, Carefree 15%, Fountain Hills 22%, Rio Verde 17%, Cave Creek 18%. But in general, Paradise Valley was the strongest market. Now, why was that the case? Well, Paradise Valley is being redeveloped in many areas. You have these large acre-plus lots, and there's a lot of teardowns right now because most of the homes were originally built back in the 70s and 80s. So a lot of these homes right now are being torn down. Why are they being torn down? Because you can't remodel a lot of these homes for the same cost as you could just demolish the property. You're buying the land, which is probably an acre plus lot, and you're tearing down the home, and you're able to build a property that's gonna have more value in the long run. Where the average median sales price for new construction in Paradise Valley is over $1,000 per square foot, most likely heading more towards $2,000 a square foot, just depending on how much the build out was. Purchase prices are going to be averaging probably $7 to $10 million for that particular home. Now we get to what we came here for. What's the number one market right now in the Valley? And that is Chandler. Now the Cromford Market Index base case for supply versus demand is at 100. And right now Chandler is at 231. From last month, it's up 19%. It was a 195. At 231, that basically means that there's pretty much 2 buyers for every 1 property that comes on the market, or the demand is twice as high as supply in that particular market. The next strongest market is Fountain Hills at 190, followed by Glendale at 189, followed by Phoenix at 183, followed by Gilbert at 179. So when we look at this market, what are the weakest markets in the Valley? We can scroll all the way down to the bottom and see that Buckeye, Maricopa, and Queen Creek are all under 100, meaning those right now are buyers markets. Everything above 100, starting at 112 here, are sellers markets, meaning there's more demand than there is supply. Now in Goodyear at 112, that's still pretty balanced. That's not a huge discrepancy. But when you get up higher in these numbers, where you have over 100%, you're going to have a lot higher pricing, meaning prices are not only going to be stabilized, but the sellers are more in control on a transaction versus down here in Goodyear, Queen Creek, Maricopa, and Buckeye. And remember, these cities right here that are doing the worst, which is below normal, by the way, but supply is even lower at 27. And what that does, again, 100 being balanced, it pushes us into the green, which is the seller's market, and it's a strong seller's market in Chandler. Now let's go down and pick Queen Creek for an example and compare the chart. It's a total opposite. You can see if this is 100 as a balanced market, we're slightly below that at an 86. Supply is much higher and much closer to demand. It's just slightly higher. Supply is at 105, demand is at 90. So that means that we have a little bit more supply than demand. Now let's go pick another city here. Maricopa. Maricopa is a buyer's market right now. It's in the red. Whenever it's in the red here, it's a buyer's market, meaning demand is lower than supply. So this is a chart that we use all the time to take a look. It's a quick gauge where we can gauge what's going on in certain markets. We check it every month. If you need anything like this for your own city before you decide to sell and see what the pulse is, the current pulse, by the way, not just the pulse, not the annual pulse, the monthly pulse of what's going on into your area, let us know, reach out to us, and we can get that to you. We put out new videos every week. Let us know what type of videos you'd like to see and what information you find helpful. We will put those videos out for you. There's a lot of different areas of the valley. People don't understand the differences. They kind of think everything flows together, but we have distinct markets in the valley. Far out suburbs, you're dealing with new construction coming in all around you. Inner city, like Paradise Valley, they're tearing down homes and building new ones. So that's the differences that we're seeing. Give us a call if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.